In this lesson, you'll learn how to publish your Power BI desktop report to Power BI service, access them in the cloud through powerbi.com, and share reports and dashboards with the organization. We'll also cover licensing limitations, dedicated workspace, mobile layout, and best practices for sharing reports effectively. Let's dive in.
I think let me quickly show you some of the sharing, because I do get some questions around sharing as well. So yeah, see, now I was just wondering, why do I have like one purple box? I realized there is a slicer, so I can just clear it off. So that's a report. And from this point on, when you have to share it, when I have to share my work with you, I will have to publish it. Everything that we have done so far, we have done it in Power BI desktop with a free license. Only from this point on, we will move to a service. And when we move to a service, that's where the licenses comes in. So I click on publish, and it will ask me to save the report. Before I do it, it will save it in my desktop. And then it will show, where do you want me to publish this report? I say, publish it into my own workspace. There are a few things that you can do there. You can create a dedicated workspace, like how you would create a SharePoint site. You can create a dedicated workspace and then share a report in that workspace. But right now, you don't have one. I don't have one, so I'll click on my workspace and I can click select. And this report will now get published into the cloud. You can call it a service. You can also call it powerbi.com. So once it's there, then I will be able to share it. Shared. Now, if I have to go and look at the report in the cloud, and you guys can do the same, you can actually publish your report into the cloud, and then you can use your same credentials, go to powerbi.com, log in using the same credentials that you have used to log in here, and then you can actually see this report in the cloud. Now, I will click on open Chrome, go to powerbi.com, go to powerbi.com. I will use another account. So my account is instructor 11. Instructor 11. Next, this is the password. Copy, paste, and now I'm logging into powerbi.com, Power BI service. That's my workspace. I click here. I click on the sales report, and now this is in the cloud. From this point on, I can also share it with you guys. I can just come here, copy these email IDs, share, send, and now my report is also shared with you, because all of us are essentially part of the same organization. So I can just share this link, with you, and now you can come in and have a look at this report, which is shared with you. So people who are logged in and you want to see the report, that I have shared with you, you click here, shared with me, right in this corner. And you will be able to see my report. And if you want to see your report, you click on my workspace, if you have published your report in your workspace. And because I've also shared the report with you, you can also see what you can actually do as a consumer of the report. You will not be able to delete a visual. You will not be able to change anything in the report, but you will be able to interact with it. You will be able to use the slicers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think as a consumer, you can only play with the slicers and change the report and see the interaction.
Sorry, can I just check again?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the report that's been shared with me, and I'm able to slice and dice it.
Mm-hmm.
If we did that with people in our organization, but they had a free license, they'd still be able to do the slicing and the.
No, with free license you can't. With free license they can't. They will not be able to see the report. So what they will get the message is, they will get the message that you have a free license and you cannot view the report. Do you want to continue your pro trial? So Power BI gives a 2 months of free trial, so they can actually go into a pro without really paying for it. And then after 2 months, they will lose access of the report.
Okay, understood.
Yep. And I think here, if you click on this guy here, you can actually see your license type. See? Pro. You can also view in full screen. and it looks great if you're giving the presentation. So it just occupies the entire real estate of your screen without any white spaces. And then you can hit escape key and it takes you out of the full screen. I think another important button that you should be aware of is this reset to default, because what happens is a lot of times people will just play with the slicers, and if you have too many slicers, which is again not a good practice, but if something like this happens, you want to go back to ground zero, how I shared the report with you. You can click on reset to default and it will just reset everything back. So as I said, this is your own workspace. You can also create a dedicated workspace, but again, it depends upon the fact that if IT has given you the right permissions or not. Not everyone in the company can create the workspace, but if you are allowed to create a workspace, you can click here. I can create a dedicated workspace and call it, let's call it 8 September. Wow, yeah. Essentials workspace, just like SharePoint. And then I can click save. And now I'm in that dedicated workspace. And in that workspace, I can actually give people access, just like SharePoint. Put the people in, and I think I have to go one by one in this case. So I can say student 22 is admin, add, and again, student as member. So admin is full control, member has less control. They can still edit things. Student 24, they are just the viewers, so they can pretty much just view, just like SharePoint. And then if I share something here, I don't have to clutter my own workspace. I can create a dedicated workspace and share the report in the workspace where people can actually see it and view it based on the access they have. It appears here. See here, I have my workspace, and all the workspace that you have an access to will start appearing in this part, this area. And now when I go back and click on publish, I will get an option to either share it in my workspace or share it in a dedicated workspace. Right here, click select. Now it goes into a dedicated workspace. Come here, hit refresh. Another interesting thing that I might have showed you, and again, I've not seen a lot of organizations actually use it, but it's worth knowing that you can actually click on view and click on mobile layout, and you can have a dedicated mobile layout, because you can actually make your dashboard more mobile friendly. What you want to see, what they don't want to see, maybe everything you want to see on the desktop is not suitable to be viewed on the phone. So you can actually decide what they want to see. Let's say if I put the title on the top, oops, delete, and just configure based on the screen of a mobile phone. Put it here, then I bring my, so if you will log in with the same login IDs and download the app, you will actually see an app. So if you will not do it, it will just appear on your phone as it would appear on the desktop, which is not like something which looks nice. Well, I think that is pretty much it from my side. I hope it was worthwhile of your time because it's actually a lot of time. I hope it was useful. You have learned something new. It was valuable, and you can just go back and apply some of the things that you have learned in your for your work. If anyone has any questions, if anyone wants to just stay connected, I do share quite a lot of blogs, tips, tricks on the LinkedIn profile. We also run some free webinars on very specific topics. So if you would like to connect, just give my LinkedIn profile link. Feel free to connect. I would be happy to answer questions. I do respond to most of the messages. If they are not the sales messages, I respond to most of the messages on LinkedIn. Maybe I cannot help there and then if the question is too specific, but if it's a broad question, I can pretty much just shoot you the right blog, maybe just show you the right video so you can explore a bit more about the topic.